Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable for some audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable for some audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable for some audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable for some audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable for some audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's.
Stop right there. Just stop. He says, can I demand a recount? No. You sucked and you did terrible. Malik Friersian? Friersian. I was trying to make it a song. Didn't work. No. I suck. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, my Lord. You ain't had to agree. James Brown. I feel good. All right, so that was terrible. I'd love for Otis to win it. Then he can chase the Queen, Charlotte, around. Frank, that's a little creepy. And please don't respond to any of my polls again. Sorry, Ron. All right.
His name is Braun. Not Ron.
Like the tissue or the
Braun.
Yeah, we just ruined it. All right.
You ruined it. To license it. And I don't like that. I'm not a Mexican, but I'm American and, Puerto Rican. So us cans need to stick together.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Here's your headline.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new edition of Wrestling POV. I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with Mimicry.
Shalom.
And that's it. Again, that's how we roll. SummerSlam pay-per-view has came and gone. And I couldn't say that part for a second, but it just came and gone. We have a new Wrestling POV champion, Andrew Teaster. I did not say Keister. I said Teaster. Or Tester. Is it Tester or Teaster? I think it's Rick said Teaster.
I thought it was.
Rick said Teaster.
It's T-E-E?
T-E-A.
Yeah, it is Teaster.
So he is our new Wrestling POV champion. He won the Wrestling POV mystery box, which will be sent to him soon. And Jazzy J came in second to be the Interstate champion. And first-time winner, Tina M. Hunter. She won the
Girls Are Ruling.
Yeah, I know, right? Two girls. What the hell? She won the overseas championship, and she posted on our Facebook page that this was awesome. I knew my points would work. Don't get too cocky. Andrew Teaster, he said, also great picture choice. Our producer did that. I didn't. So Tina M. Hunter also said, first time getting the overseas championship. Never knew I was that good. I'm keeping my title. This wrestling prodigy will not stop.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, talking shit. But you got to do that. You have to. When you win a championship, you have to talk shit. Chris Lentz, he says, Andrew just got lucky. Flucked the right opportunity, it will be gone. Andrew responded. He said, two-time champ this year. Chris responded back to, still a lucky fluck. What's with the flucked?
Well, I don't think he's trying to
swear.
Yeah.
Don't he know who we are?
It could be autocorrect.
It could be. Yeah. Well, twice though. Come on now.
Well, some people don't say bad words.
Yeah. So anyway, he says still a lucky fluck. He has to say fluck. He has to. Oh my God. Anyway, he says right opportunity is going to be gone, and I mean gone. If you know what's smart, you will sleep with one eye open. We are coming for your title belt. This is getting kind of what's going on here.
Wow. Getting kind of violent.
It's getting kind of little.
Might as well say fuck.
Exactly, man. It's a little violent up in here. What the hell is going on?
I'm just saying.
My goodness gracious, man.
Great balls of fire.
It's that too. Holy shit, man. Andrew, sleep with one eye open. Seems like a few people are.
They're after you.
They're after you, man. And of course, our turd. The Rick Serrano the Third Award recipient goes to Todd Silver. Man, what are you doing?
Todd is supposed to be like the big wrestling guru.
No, exactly. Now, here's what he did. He posted on our Facebook page, awesome, my second title. And then he also went on to say, now he's making excuses. All right. He goes, I was in the city all day, had to make my picks quickly. Lesson learned. I didn't even watch. Just stop right there. Just stop. He says, can I demand a recount? No. You sucked and you did terrible. Now, Jazzy J, she's like, I can't believe I got second place tonight, though. Yeah, that was it. So congratulations to all. The next pay-per-view obviously is going to be Extreme Rules, Clash of Champions. Things are starting to get developed there. We'll see what happens. All right. So of course we do have the we got a not hater, but we got a Facebook poll. Sorry, and also we got a new hot tag news this week. We won't go into it too much because we got a lot to cover today, but I want to go over it more next week. I'll probably put out another poll.
Why don't we save it for next?
But I want to talk a little bit about it today because it's been going on and people are bitching and I want to bitch too. And we'll carry it on. The hot tag news will carry on until next week. That way when Rick gets here, we can see what he thought.
He can bitch about it too?
He can bitch about it too, yeah.
Okay.
He's got a lot to bitch about. So
He shouldn't be going to Spain.
I know, right? That motherfucker. All right, so we got SummerSlam, Raw notes, SmackDown, NXT, and NXT TakeOver. So before we go through all of that, let's do the Facebook poll. Hopefully we'll get a hater comment. So now the poll, if you didn't watch Raw, I mean, you should have by now. They're bringing back the King of the Ring. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, watching Charlotte on SmackDown, I was like, well, she's always calling herself the Queen. I wonder if they're going to do a Queen of the Ring. So I was like, you know what? Let me do a poll, which I put up on our Facebook page, which it says, with the King of the Ring returning, do you think a Queen of the Ring will be next? And who do you think would be the first? So, Mimi, what do you think of that?
Well, I think, yes, there should be a Queen of the Ring coming up. Mm-hmm. And who's going to be the first? Of course, it has to be Charlotte Flair.
But wouldn't that be too predictable? I mean,
WWE is predictable.
It is, but I think the thing is, I think that she'll be in the finals. You know what I'm saying? But then knowing WWE, they would twist it and give it to somebody else.
We shall see.
Yeah. My guess was Charlotte. But then there's other people that can benefit off of it. Who is the top heel right now, though? Because you got to give it to a heel. You have to. Right. King of the Ring, I mean, granted, Austin won it, Bret Hart, but then it was like after that, they kind of gave it to a lot of heels. Because Booker T, King Booker. Yeah. He took that and ran with it, and it was the most funniest thing he's ever done in his career. You know who will benefit
off of it? Ember Moon.
And, I was thinking of that too, but, I mean, it seems like a lot of people are complaining about her gimmick, saying that there's something missing, it's not really working with her and this and that. I like it. Should she be heel, I guess?
I think she can't be a babyface anymore. She needs to go heel.
No. You know who would be a good candidate for that? Lacey Evans.
Oh.
Lacey Evans, definitely. Because, I mean, seriously, right now, except for what happened on Raw this week, the only two top heels that I know of is Charlotte and Lacey Evans. Yeah. So one of them two would definitely benefit from it for sure.
I think Lacey would benefit more.
It would be nice to have those two in the finals. Mm-hmm. That would be a match I think I would dig. All right, so let's read some comments. Malik Freersian. for years in. I was trying to make it a song. Didn't work. No. I suck. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, my Lord. You ain't had to agree.
Oh, sorry. My
Lord.
bad.
All right. He said, I honestly wouldn't mind some kind of equivalent for the women. Richard Bradford, he said, they don't do enough with King of the Ring when they can be arshed to acknowledge having one. Okay. Josh Lecter. Oh my God, screwy. He says, I wouldn't but I don't think it would work unless they actually centered a pay-per-view around King of the Ring again. I think they could do it in a way that wouldn't be shitty.
Right.
Okay. James Brown. I feel good. All right, so that was terrible. All right, James Brown. I thought he died. But anyway, he says, or just bring back the Mae Young Classic and main roster versus NXT. That's not what I was asking, number one. Seriously, Jesus Christ. Ricky.
Don't yell at the dead like that.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, James. Rick Sholey, he said, why? We know it would be Charlotte. B. Benjamin, he says, I said no, but it's actually yes. Can't make up your mind, motherfucker?
No, I guess not.
Oh, my God. John Gay, he says, I think it's likely, and if it happens, it makes sense for Charlotte to win since she is already called the queen. It's a diversion, man. I think it's a diversion. Another one. Charlene, she says, give it to Charlotte. She's already thinks she's a queen anyway. Why the fuck not? Okay.
Well, Jerry the King Lawler called himself the king for so many years.
But that was way before, that was way before King of the Ring.
Exactly. So and she calls herself the queen.
Yes,
way before Queen of the Ring.
But it's different because he's playing the character of a king. She's not. She's just saying like queen, like I'm the best. Like nobody.
She's the queen bee. That's what she is.
That too. So Frank Giovanni. No, Giovanilio, Italian. He says, I'd love for Otis to win it. Then he can chase the queen, Charlotte, around. Frank, that's a little creepy.
I know.
And please don't respond to any of my polls again. Jesus Christ, man. All right. Anthony Kennedy, he says, I personally had wished they had done a Queen of the Ring instead. This isn't a SJW rant, although what's wrong with it? But there's a lot of talent. I'm not reading it. Damn, he commented like 5 times, brother.
Because he wants you to read his comments.
All right, Anthony, I'll read this one and then stop writing freaking novels on this shit. Jesus. Anthony Kennedy, again. He says, I will say moving forward, King of the Ring should be an annual TV thing. They have 52 weeks of TV to fill. Why not a weekly episodic TV tourney with the finals being on a pay-per-view? I can get with that. Doesn't have to be called King of the Ring, but why not with their brand, everything initiative and all? Darren Bug, another Italian. Wow. These are long freaking last names, man. Bon Jovi. It's Bon Jovi. He says no because Charlotte already says she's the queen, so there's no need to waste time on the tournament.
Ooh.
All right. Jesus. I'm not reading no more. I'm not. Sons of bitches. All right. So the poll. It was either yes, bring it. And I did the yas queen. Or you could do just no. And I put King Booker in there laughing. So the results are 71% said yes, bring it. So, hey, that's good. Hater comment? I don't remember.
Dude.
Yeah. No, James Brown. Him. I'm picking him.
He's dead.
Well, you know what? He can still be in the hater comment. So
you just like saying James Brown, don't you? James Brown, hater alert.
Jesus. All right, so that is your Facebook poll and hater comment. And if you have any suggestions for our Facebook poll, put them on our Facebook page. I say it every week, guys.
Just don't write novels.
Christ. No.
We're in a time limit here, so we can't read novels.
Jesus. So, all right. Now, here we go. let's get into. Oh, you know what? Let's get into the news from around the world.
At first, let's get into some birthdays. All right, this week's birthday: Kofi Kingston, Johnny Gargano, Big Cass, Cedric Alexander, and Paige.
How old? You didn't even get it, did you?
No, I got the years they were born. That's about it.
Well, how old was Kofi? What year was he born?
1981.
Wow, I was born in 71. So he's 10 years old, younger than me. I'm 48. So he's 38.
He's old.
Wow.
And Paige is 27.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
And she just had neck surgery. So there you go. There's your injury report.
Yeah.
All right. It is time for the wrestling news from around the world. Alrighty, this is unfortunate, and it's actually starting to get ridiculous. And somebody like Vince needs to put his foot down. Alicia Fox was very, very drunk over the weekend during SummerSlam weekend and was asked to leave the premises, the grounds, or whatever happened. I don't know if she was arrested. Last I saw was that they just asked her to leave. Now, if Vince is looking out for her best interest, just like he did for everybody else, and when they acknowledge they got a problem, that they go to rehab, and he fronts the bill for it, he needs to do that with her. This is not the first time this happened to her.
Right.
This is, as far as I know, this is twice this year. Mm-hmm. One of them cost somebody their job,
right.
Arn Anderson, because he covered for her. There was a few times that I remember, and I could be wrong. Well, you would know more than I do. On Total Divas, she was intoxicated a few times. I'm not saying that these wrestlers can't have a drink, but if it's getting to the point of
inebriation, then
no, not just inebriation, but if you're drinking on the job, because that's your job.
Yeah,
that's the workplace. Anybody would get fired drinking at the workplace. You don't do that.
And not only that, she can, even though she's not wrestling, but in fact, she can still injure somebody.
Well, yeah. And, it's somebody needs to say something.
Yeah.
And it just needs to be done. In other news, El Hijo de Fantasma, King Cuerno in Lucha Underground. He is already at the Performance Center and was introduced internally as part of yesterday's signing class, which was Thursday, actually, not yesterday. So,
nice.
Looking forward. I'm hoping he stays with the mask.
I am afraid if he stays with the mask.
Why?
Because look at what they're doing to all the luchadors.
You know what? When we get to Raw, I'm going to have a big discussion on that because there's some stuff going on, especially if you watched Raw and saw what happened.
It's so disappointing.
It is. No, I know that, but I think there's something that's going to be turned around here.
Something?
And I'm looking forward to it. So, all right, that's it for the news. Let's go on to rumors. The only rumor that I got is that it's circulating around that it's going to be Braun Strowman versus Seth Rollins. That seems to be the plan for the Clash of the Champions pay-per-view, which means Braun's not going to win. I mean, seriously,
yes.
That's the only thing I can think of right now. And sorry, Braun. All right, so
his name is Braun, not Ron.
Like the tissue or the
Braun.
Braun. We just ruined it. All right,
you ruined it.
All right, now let's go straight on to injury. Mimi, what do you got?
Nothing. Paige has surgery.
Took it from you. It's my bad. All right, so let's go straight into the hot tag news. Now, I did not post this up because, like I said, I wanted to wait until next week when Rick gets here and we can have a full-length discussion. And if anybody else out there that wants to do it as a poll, and it's about the whole Bray Wyatt situation. At SummerSlam, that was probably, in my opinion, one of the creepiest and best entrances I've seen in a very long time, and I'm gonna have to say since Finn Balor. Mm-hmm. Okay, now Josh Sanders posted on our Facebook page. He asked two questions, and the second part we're gonna go over when we cover SummerSlam. But the first one, actually, you know what? We'll save them both for when we cover SummerSlam because it kind of had something to do with it. But anyway, no, I just read it. That's why. So now it's circulating around the internet that some people are offended by Bray Wyatt's entrance, saying that that's a little bit too far. And what they're saying is him carrying a head.
Of himself.
Of himself, mind you.
Of himself.
You know, people are getting, they were offended. They were saying that, that's just too far. And someone complained about it, obviously. A lot of people complained about it. So what did WWE do? On their YouTube channel, they cut that part off, which is fucking ridiculous.
Oh my God.
So now the hot tag the hot tag news is it too scary, or did Bray Wyatt go too far? So Mimi, you answer that in the minimal as you can.
You know what? I have to say, I think it was freaking awesome. And I hate stupid things like that. You know what I mean? And I thought it was freaking awesome. It fits the character, and it just fits. It just fit.
It did. No, I agree with you. And my thing is this, okay? And I see what WWE's been doing with him lately, especially because it's getting like not too far. Because I love it. I fucking love it.
It's twisted,
it's
but I love
twisted.
it.
And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people out there enjoy it also. Now, here's the thing: what people don't understand. The ones that are complaining, number one, you're a snowflake, get the fuck out of here. We don't need that shit in wrestling. We really don't. Now, number two, when this all occurred, okay, now, number one, they said that SummerSlam was going to be PG-14.
Yep.
Okay, they already warned you that it's good. That means some shit is going to be a little bit twisted, and I knew it was going to come from Bray Wyatt. Mm-hmm. Okay, I knew that for a fact. Number two, the Bray Wyatt match didn't happen until almost late that night.
I know.
Okay, and if anybody has noticed, Bray Wyatt's character, they don't show on Raw or SmackDown till late at night.
Yep.
Your kids should be in bed.
Getting ready for school.
Are they in school?
Some people are in school, but they should be getting trained.
Yes.
Because school's starting soon.
Yeah, sure.
Bingo!
Sure. We went on
no,
that
but I mean, my thing is, you watch scary movies and they're 14,
exactly.
13,
yeah.
you know.
And they're 10 times as worse
10
as
times,
what they did.
Exactly.
Now, here's my other
But
thing.
it's okay to show tits and ass.
Exactly. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate. Years ago, Al Snow used to come out with that mannequin head. Remember?
Yes.
And it was a female mannequin head.
Yes.
And in Walmart, they were selling the action figures with him with the mannequin head. People complained about it, so they took it off the shelves. Okay? Now, is there a difference between the two? You know what I'm saying?
I don't. Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is that the mannequin head is kind of like that stupid actress or whatever the fuck she is, comedian who had Donald Trump's head.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's a head of something else.
Yeah.
But if it's your own head,
it's a totally. That's why
it's totally. You know what I mean?
No,
that's just my thing. Is like I think it's a picture of him.
Yeah, and the thing of it is, like, when that happened with Al Snow, I'm going to go back to Al Snow. They were saying that it was degrading to women and all this other shit, and I didn't. It's like, come on, man. What about with all these department stores when they have headless women, because we see the breast, and, in the front of the window display? What's the difference?
Thought of that.
Seriously.
But yeah, you're right.
What's the difference?
That's true.
They have it all over, and then you're going to get mad at Al Snow because he was carrying a head that said, help me? He never did, and Al Snow's our boss. Al Snow never did anything derogatory to that head.
No, he never
That was
did.
his friend. That was a character that he played that the head talked to him.
Yes.
He didn't do nothing that would say, dude, that's fucked up. He didn't do anything to that head except for headbanging it. That's it. Mm-hmm. In this
they
case,
didn't get offended when freaking Bray Wyatt beat the shit out of smash the shit out of that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
it's just
know
little
that.
tiny pieces.
It's stupid because it's like, for me, it's like they're picking and choosing, and it's like they want to have control over something that is dumb. Okay, there's a lot of, exactly what you just said, there's a lot of movies out there that are PG-14, and they show a lot of TNA, and they show a lot of freaking blood and guts, and you allow your children to watch it.
But it's first of all,
if but the thing of it is, they freaking warn people. If that's the case, send your freaking kids to bed and wait for the PG version.
It's a pay-per-view, okay?
Stupid. You know what it is?
It's churlish.
It's churlish. Mm-hmm. And whoever did that belongs in the toilet.
In the toilet.
I've had enough. I had enough.
All
right, sorry, I cut you off. What was you saying?
No, I'm just, it's a pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying for a service. I mean, and in WWE, if you look at the website, whatever, the app, you're going to see a bunch of shit that happened back in the 90s that was fucking crazier than what's happening now. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So then if
the big boss man got hung,
right.
Randy Macho Man Savage got bit by a cobra.
Right. So then why
Come
are you
on,
bitching? You know, if you're paying for your kids to watch that.
Snowflake. That's what it is.
You shouldn't be paying for your kids to do.
They shouldn't be watching wrestling then.
That's
right.
If
that's the case. Even if that is what happened, I don't even know.
Or they shouldn't be playing that Mortal Kombat thing.
I know, right? That's even more disgusting.
What, not Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. What's the other one that you played? Oh, COD.
Call of Duty. Yeah. But the thing is that, I mean, we don't know if it was a parent complaining about a child watching that, or we don't know. But even still, it was still a complaint that was out there. It's like, come on, man. Come on.
He's evil.
Oh,
and that's his character.
It's a character, my God. All right, so we're going to talk more about, I want to talk more about this next week. I want to get more of the fans' input. So once you guys see that up there, comment, and then that way, who knows? If you were offended, I want to know why. I'm gonna call you as a snowflake, but I want to know why. If you were offended,
if you're offended,
and then put it on the page.
I'll defend you if you have a good reason.
It better be good. It better be good.
I'll defend you if you have a good reason.
All right, so yeah, we'll for me it didn't go too far, but I want to talk more about this next week when we got more time, and Rick will be here, and we'll see what happens.
Rick the Snowflake will be.
What?
Rick the Snowflake will be.
Rick the Snowflake. I didn't say that. Put words in my mouth, woman. Damn. All right, so you know what? Let's go straight into NXT TakeOver Toronto. NXT Tag Team Championship match: the Street Profits versus the Undisputed Era. This was a really good match. The ending, you see, I don't remember the guy's name. Jesus Christ! And Undisputed Era tagged the other guy, so they pinned the wrong guy. We'll see what happens. I still gave it. Coffee. I still gave it a 3.5 stars. Is what I gave.
I gave it a 3 stars. It was a good match. It was a
very good match.
But because they pinned the wrong guy, it took away points.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai. The winner was Io Shirai. Man, let me tell you something.
That was a good fucking
This was the match that was very, very good. Yes. But in my notes, that wasn't the best match of the night.
Really?
Yes, I'm telling you. I was just like,
no, it was a for the women. I think it was the match of the night for the women.
It was, and I'm tempted to put this in the vault for match of the year. I'm tempted. Either way,
we should put a poll.
Yeah, we'll put it as a poll. Write that down. But I gave this match a 4. Now, I know from last week's episode I talked a lot of shit about Candice LeRae. I still hold to that. Okay? I'm sorry. I still hold to that. But she held her own in this match.
Yeah, she sure did.
Io Shirai is my girl, though, so the right person won. I guarantee, I'm telling you this right now. If Candice LeRae would have won this match, I would not give this match a 4.
I know. What
did you give it?
I gave it a 3.5.
Okay. Now, Matt Riddle came out after the match and calls out Killian Dane. They came out and they just duked it out all over the place. They did this thing on stage where Killian Dane rushed Matt Riddle and they poor security guard that was right there. Security. They just went over the stage and crashed in through the table. That was pretty cool. Up next, the triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship: Velveteen Dream versus Pete Dunne versus Roderick Strong. Now, I expected a lot from this match. It was okay. For me, it was down the middle, so I gave it a 2.5. What'd you
I gave it a 2.5 as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because I wasn't not too impressed.
I mean, I liked it, but for me, like I said, it was just something about it that I wasn't really into it, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm a Velveteen Dream fan. I really am. And Pete Dunne, for that matter.
Yeah.
All right, up next, NXT Women's Championship, Shayna Baszler versus Mia Yim.
This was a good fight.
Really?
I thought it was a good. It was a 3.5.
Really? I gave it a 2 because I was just like, all right. You know, I think what it was is because I wanted Mia Yim to win.
Right. No, I wanted her to. If she would have won, I would have gave it a 5.
Now, you want to hear a weird tidbit about this?
Sure.
Now, the commentator for NXT is Beth Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Beth Phoenix won numerous championships. She was probably, I have to say, she won the Divas title, I'm pretty sure. She won the women's title, I know that. And now she's the commentator for NXT, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know that Shayna Baszler is older than Beth Phoenix?
What?
Yes. I'm dead serious. Look it up.
Holy shit.
Shayna Baszler is older than Beth Phoenix.
Wow. And Shayna Baszler still looks like a little kid.
She does.
I mean, she's for
me, she looks like she's like in her 30s.
She's a tough little kid, though.
But I found that, I was like, are you serious? So anyways, I gave it a 2. All right, and finally, the main event, the 2 out of 3 falls match for the NXT Championship. The first fall was a classic match. The second fall was a street fight. And the third fall stipulation will be decided by William Regal.
Wow.
Adam Cole, baby! Versus Johnny Gargano. This match, I'm telling you right now that I'm going to have to do this. And I don't care what anybody says. And if you disagree with me, put it on our Facebook page and I'll make fun of you. This match was very good. And the thing of it is, as much as I am so sick and tired.
Oh, she's not. She's only like a year.
She's still older than she is.
It's only by a year.
She's still older than she is.
You made it sound like she was like by 5 or 6 years.
Well, it doesn't matter. Shayna Baszler's still older. All right. Now back to the match. This was a really, really good match. And like I said, I know I bitched about Johnny Gargano too, about main events and just about every NXT freaking takeover for the past 2 years. I was getting tired of it. But he did justice in this, and hopefully this is the last time we see him. Now, this was a really good match.
It was a good match.
Really, really good match that I want to put it in the vault. Yes, definitely. I want this in the vault. Yeah. That's a doorknob. All right, so I definitely want to put this match in the vault. The first fall went to Adam Cole by disqualification, and then it went straight to the street fight. Johnny Gargano was like, shit, it's a street fight. Boom. Beat the crap out of Adam Cole. He took the second one. And the third one, all of a sudden you see the steel cage come right down. In the steel cage, there was a sledgehammer, tables, chairs, fire extinguishers, kendo sticks, and barbed wire that was covered on top of the cage. Mm-hmm. No escape. They had to get pinned in the ring. They went crazy after they both... Now, let me tell you, and it was funny because they did some crazy shit. And I'm telling you right now, and this is a direct jab at Taz, who always thinks he was fucking great at commentary. He can go freaking suck on one. No, I'm serious. I can't stand him, and he does need to go suck on one. Bingo! So, no crowd. And even I have to, and prove me wrong, look it up if you want to. I'm not fact checking here. I've never heard a crowd chant from what a commentator says. Okay? Just like the high spots they did in this match, they were going, Mamma Mia. You know what I'm saying? And then even Johnny Gargano yelled, Mamma Mia. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know how that's a huge thing for me to see Mauro Ranallo, after what he's gone through in his life, to have the whole crowd go and say that to him, you know, and the bullshit that happened with JBL. You know what I'm saying? But this was the top. This is the topping of the cake. Is at the end of the match, they both jump off of the and land it right on the table. Mauro Ranallo said, "Mama effing me." That was great. I loved it.
I loved it too.
I gave this match a 5 stars. Mm-hmm. Yes. What did you give it?
I gave it a 4.
My goodness gracious. Why?
Why? Because I didn't.
This match is great. It's going in the vault.
Put it in the vault.
It's gonna.
I'm not gonna go higher than a 5. Or 4.
Like I said, this match was really, really good. It was a lot of intense moments in this match. And I heard after the match, it was kind of like a send-off for Johnny Gargano. So it could be either he's done with NXT and is going to get called up, or he's done main event. You know, give somebody else a chance. Anyways, the overall for the NXT, I came up, it was a 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Overall for me was a 3.3.
Wow. Well, the actual I had was 3.4, so bring it down to 3. So, I mean, it was great. This was, and I was saying to myself, SummerSlam, they got to step up their game. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So, speaking of SummerSlam, let's go right into that, shall we? Kickoff show, there was about 4 things that happened during the kickoff show. It was for the Cruiserweight Championship. Drew Gulak versus Oney Lorcan. This match, it wasn't the greatest for me. I'm not a big fan of Drew Gulak. He did win. Oney Lorcan, I forgot what his real name was. And a lot of people give him heat because of it. Well, because of his wrestling name. They're like, damn, you chose that?
Yeah.
I got to find out. Anyway, winner was Drew Gulak. I gave it a 2.5. Like I said, I wasn't really into it, but, you know, oh well. Then next, it was Apollo Crews, Stinky Pinky. That's his nickname, Stinky Pinky. That's what I'm going to call him. He faced Buddy Murphy. I thought this would be a lot better. Apollo Crews did hold his own. But then Rowan came out and attacked Buddy Murphy. Beat the shit out of him. So this match wasn't very long. I gave it a 2. So, all right, what do you give it? What'd you give it?
Which one? The Buddy Murphy?
I
gave it a 2.
Okay. So then up next, Elias. He's out there doing his thing, this in Toronto. And then all of a sudden, Edge comes out. Now, I did not expect anything from Edge. And he went and gave him a spear. Elias sold the shit out of that.
Yes, he did.
I was shocked that he even did that. You know, because he's not supposed to do anything, you know, physical like that, you know, because he's got a bad neck. And he went and did that. I was just like, holy shit. So apparently the doctors cleared him. It was a very good pop from the crowd. I got excited. I was happy to see him there. Grew his hair back out. And now we're going to go back to what Josh Sanders commented on our Facebook page. He put Wrestling POV podcast. Number 2, because number 1 we're going to talk about in a little bit, but number 2, he said, how mad is Rick Serrano III that Edge got one of the biggest pops at SummerSlam? So, Josh, when Rick returns next week, you know you're going to hear from him. You know you're going to hear from him. So, when he comes back next week, he'll give you his answer. Okay, moving on. The Women's Tag Team Championship, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus the Iconics. This was another one. It wasn't the greatest, but I was happy to see the Iconics. During that match, I was kind of schooling you, Mimi, on the ethics of being a heel and how well they portrayed it. And they are good. They are that. And the thing with it is, like I heard in the back, and a lot of wrestlers love them. You know, they love their character. They love how, you know, they do this. It's not really a comedy, so I don't want to go ahead and say that. But it's more or less kind of like a comedic heel.
Yeah.
And they do it very well. It's like a chicken shit heel they do. And they do it very well.
Yeah.
So I got to give them tons of credit on that. But this wasn't great. So I gave it a 2.
Oh, really?
Yes. I gave it a 2. What'd you give it?
I gave it a 3.
Really?
Yeah,
Right.
I enjoyed.
I
know
know
it
a lot
more
of people
so.
in Australia are listening, and they probably hate me, but I love the Iconics. I even got their shirt. My
Well-
wife got me their shirt, so I love the Iconics.
We have to take a picture of Tony Diaz on the shirt and then post it on our Facebook page.
I'll do that. All right, so now the main card, submission match, Becky Lynch versus Natalya. This was okay. This was actually pretty good. The winner was Becky Lynch. She wins, obviously, with the armbar. Of course, Natty claimed that she really hurt her arm and this and that. So I give this a 3.
I gave it a 4.
Really? Good
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, because you know what? For me, this was really good.
Was you smoking that wacky tobacco?
Not yet, though.
Oh, Lord.
Uh-uh.
Wow.
I'm not retired yet, so when I retire.
Yeah, all right. No, I gave it a 3 because it wasn't really... I mean, it was good. It was actually pretty decent, but I don't think it was 4 worthy. I thought it was 3.
I thought it was a 4 worthy.
Up next, it was Goldberg versus Dolph Ziggler. The winner was Goldberg. The crowd was really hyped for this. Ziggler called out Goldberg again and again after Goldberg gave him a spear. This match was really quick, though. Goldberg came out like 3 times, gave him the spear, then gave him the suplex or whatever. It was a 2.5 for me.
Really?
It was good, but
only
it wasn't that good.
Right. The only reason why I gave it a 3 was because Goldberg kept coming back and he speared him 3 times.
But that's why I gave it a 2.5. Originally, I had this shit at a 1.5. Seriously, so I gave it a 2 just because of that.
I gave it an extra point and I only had a 2.
Up next, it was for the U.S. Championship, AJ Styles versus Ricochet, who came out as Nightwing. If you guys are comic book nerds out there, he came out as Nightwing. So, honestly, I hated it. I didn't like it either. I mean, I think he's just better off. Homeboy, you got abs for days. Freaking, show them off.
Yes, please show them off.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, the match was pretty decent. Wasn't that bad. It happened what I thought it would happen. The winner was AJ. It was a nice ending, though, man. I'm telling you this. Them two working together, I like it. I can't complain about it.
They're good together.
So I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 3 as well.
Okay. Up next is SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley versus Ember Moon. Winner was Bayley. I wasn't too impressed with this.
This was a disappointing match. Because I thought it would be much better.
This was very, very disappointing. And, I mean, Ember Moon's my girl, but this wasn't her best. No. This was not her best. And if this was an audition for her to get a push, for something bigger, I think she failed miserably on this. I gave it a 1.5.
I gave it a 2.
Up next, it was Owens' career on the line. Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. The winner was Kevin Owens. I think this is a little bit predictable because what else were they going to do with this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This was okay. It wasn't the greatest either. I gave it a 2.
Well, I gave it a 3.5 because
Jesus.
Kevin Owens beat the shit out of Shane.
And he did. He did.
And I was like, yeah, fuck him up.
All right, up next, it was Charlotte Flair versus Trish Stratus. Now, let me tell you something, man. I was like watching this match, and I'm like, oh my God. When you haven't been in the ring for a very long time, I get nervous. Like, oh shit, normally she does that thing where she kicks her feet off the top rope and da-da-da. What if she misses? She's going to feel like a fool. There was a lot of high spots in this match. Trish Stratus nailed all of them. Yes. She nailed all of them. And I was really liking this match. I didn't think she did bad at all. I gave this match a 3.5. The winner was Charlotte Flair.
I gave it a 4.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, because of the fact that I thought Trish was gonna mess up horrible, and
I did too.
And she proved me wrong that she could.
She proved a lot of people wrong.
Stand toe to toe with the best of them.
Yes.
And I'm proud of you, Trish.
Yeah, absolutely. And I definitely agree. Sounded like her. I gave it a 3.5. I loved it. Up next for the WWE Championship, Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton. This ended in a no contest, which messed up everybody's points.
Yes, it did.
Messed up everybody's points. I think at one point, Cousin Jay was like top. He was number 1. he didn't get nothing wrong. These other matches he got wrong, messed him up. Why? Because he maxed his points.
Yes.
Maxed them.
Yep.
Your own fault, Cousin Jay. Congratulations, by the way. He's going to be a daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Anyway, I did not like this match because they involved Kofi's family. It's like...
Really?
Yes. You know, with his son's being in the front, his wife being right there, and Orton teased some shit or whatever it was. Kofi just went nuts and started hitting Randy Orton with the cane. 2.5 I gave it.
I gave it a 2 because it was...
It's just stupid. We've seen this already. They could have done something else to make this to where it was a no contest.
Right. But
you know what I'm saying?
No me gusta.
It was a count out, actually. It was a double count out. No contest. I just didn't like it.
Nope.
Anyway, up next, it was Finn Balor versus The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. I gave this a 4. The entrance alone was a 4. The match was good. Bray did some creepy shit. You can still see that he still incorporate the old Bray Wyatt. He did this nasty thing with the neck where he acted like he broke his neck. Oh my God, it was fucking horrible. But he wins. He did the mandible claw. I gave it a 4.
Well, like you said, the entrance was a 4. So I gave it a 5 because the match was really good. So for me, that was the highest score. Is a 5.
Wow. All right. So now we're going to go back to our Facebook page where Josh Sanders asked, what should the Fiend do next? I think, and I would love to see this, him and Aleister Black. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, them two, as sinister as they are, they would make a good program. And the way Aleister Black is, I would love to see that. But they got to change Aleister Black a little bit. Make him more of a baby face. Lately, he's been looking like a heel. But, I mean, he went up against Cesaro. But what happened on SmackDown kind of made him look like a heel. But either way, I would still like to see them two go at it.
Yes, yes.
All right. I gave it a 4. You gave it a 5.
Brock Lesnar
versus Seth Rollins. Now, I'm going to say this, and if you like what I say, fine. If you don't, put it on my Facebook page. But this has to be probably one of Brock's best matches this year.
You know, I have to agree with you on that.
Yeah.
He has actually did something good.
Yeah. And my thing is, you know, he was more physical, I got to say, in this match than he was in a while.
Right. It's not like he freaking conquered the...
Yeah. So...
Yeah.
So I gave this match a 3.
I did too.
Seth Rollins retained, or not retains, but he gets the championship back. And yes, the Spanish announce table was destroyed.
That's the only points I got. Yay!
No, you did pretty good, actually. You stayed in the positive this time. The Spanish announce table did get destroyed. Overall, I gave SummerSlam a 3.
Overall, I gave SummerSlam a 3.
Yep, and but my actual was 2.6.
Mine was a 2.91.
So, you know, obviously it's, you know, 3 when you round it off. Now, which was better? I think on NXT, it was a 3.4. So my numbers say NXT was better, but I gotta say this was almost even. Almost.
Well, mine was 3.3, and I have to say, yeah, you're right. It was almost even, but I did enjoy NXT better.
Did you? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So you know what? We're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a pause. You're gonna take a quick pause for the cause. And when we come back, we're going to do Raw Note, SmackDown, and NXT again. Too much going on. We'll be right back.
Hello, this is Miguel Cole from the Wrestling POV podcast. Wrestling POV and Wrestling POV Global is affiliated with the Collar and Elbow brand. Go to collarandelbowbrand.com and save yourself 10% by using promo code WPOV. Collar and Elbow has t-shirts, hoodies, sunglasses, and more. And the best part, you're helping out your local indie wrestlers, and you're helping out the best wrestling podcast of all, Wrestling POV and Wrestling POV Global. You don't want to miss out, so save yourself 10% by using promo code WPOV. Oh my goodness!
Hi, I'm WWE superstar Charlotte Flair, also known as the Queen, and listen to Wrestling POV podcast, and always do it with Flair. Woo!
We are back. Man, that was a lot to cover in that amount of time. All right. We'll try to go through this as quick as we can. Sons of bitches. All right. All right. Raw notes. It opens with Seth Rollins coming out and talking about his match with Brock Lesnar. AJ Styles comes out, which is interesting, and says not to worry about him, and he challenges Seth. Seth accepts for later on that night. Now, I thought he was going, I thought this was going to be the storyline coming out.
I know.
Oh, well. Then Sami Zayn, he got suckered by the Street Profits, talking smack about Samoa Joe while Samoa Joe was standing behind Sami. I love, and see, and the thing is, Sami Zayn, he's another character that does the chicken shit heel. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why I like a lot about it. So he challenged him to a match. Ends up being Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe. Winner was Samoa Joe. This wasn't a great match at all. Even though it could have been. I gave it a 2. Wasn't that great?
I gave it a 2 as well.
Then it was Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. Dolph came out in street clothes, says he's not medically cleared because of what happened at SummerSlam, but jumps Miz to start, beats the crap out of him, and they start a match. This went too fast, too. I gave this one a 2.
I gave it a 2 as well. It was corny.
It was. Because it was almost like a repeat of what happened at SummerSlam.
Exactly.
Elias, he's in the ring. Before he starts, he got interrupted by Ricochet, ends up in a match. Elias versus Ricochet. Winner was Ricochet. This was another one. I wasn't too happy with it. I gave it a 2.
I gave it a 2.5.
Oh, okay. You were being nice.
No, because I love watching Ricochet fight.
Yeah. Then up next, it was Rey Mysterio versus Andrade in a 2 out of 3 falls match. I see why they did this. Even though a lot of us are upset about the whole 2 out of 3 falls bullshit, it's enough and da-da-da. But I see why they did it, especially because Andrade won back-to-back.
Make me see, because I'm not happy.
Okay, well, I know. We've been complaining about this, that they're Herb and Ray. But then, so Andrade wins, first of all. So I gave it, this was another 2 for me.
This was a 1 for me.
Wow. Now, when they did the interview in the back, and Ray was like, my family, this and that, something's got to da-da-da. I'm hoping for a heel turn. So I think, Ray's going to be like, I had enough and this and that. And then, later on, is going to incorporate his son, Dominic, into the picture for him to be good. Turn into a babyface or whatever. Because they really want Dominic in WWE. They want him to start wrestling. It looked like they were going in that angle a long time ago.
Right.
And Rey Mysterio got hurt, so they kind of dropped it,
right,
if you notice.
Right.
Then they started doing the shit where, Rey Mysterio was losing every fucking match.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be like a heel turn for Ray. I could be wrong, but I would love to see it, number one.
Oh, yeah.
Because he hasn't been a heel in a long time.
And
since WCW days.
Yeah.
Now, I think what's going to happen, and I'm hoping that this will happen because did we talk about it last week about the Lucha House Party? Did we talk about that last week?
Yeah,
I don't even remember.
Whatever.
Anyway, but I think he's going to bring those guys into his heelism.
I hope so.
You know what I'm saying? And they need to.
They need to because they're hurting the luchadores.
They are.
And I don't like that. And I'm not a Mexican, but I'm American and, Puerto Rican. So us cans need to stick together.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Jesus. All right.
Us cans need to stay together.
Cans? Okay. Well, I'm half Dominican, so I guess I'm part of it. Now, the thing is, I'm hoping this is what happens. If not, even a heel turn for just Ray, I would like. And it'd be interesting. All right, up next, Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander. Drew won this. Nasty Claymore kick. Oh, my God, I almost took his head off. I gave this a 3.5. I really liked this match.
I really liked this match too. I gave it a 3.
Nice. Up next, it was No Way Jose. Back with the Fro versus Robert Roode. No porn star mustache. He wins. I gave it a 1.5 because it seemed like they were just killing time.
I gave it a 1.
No, actually, no. I'm sorry. I found out the reason why they did this match is because Robert Roode is from Toronto, I guess. That's what I heard. I'm like, really? Okay, so they did that? That's stupid.
I did a 1.
All right.
Because they Herb and Jose too.
Yeah, he's another one. He's straight up Dominican.
I know. Herb and the Cans.
Paul Heyman states that he was told that Brock Lesnar will not get a rematch. The crowd pretty much popped for that. Speaking of Mexican, Lucha House Party versus the Revival. That was bad. The match, R-Truth comes down being chased by the Revival. The Revival pins R-Truth to become co-champions. Truth then pins the Revival, and then Elias pins R-Truth to become the 24/7 champion. This whole segment, I gave it a 2. Wasn't too thrilled with it.
1.5.
Natalia, she comes out with her arm in the sling while she was talking. Then the boss, it's boss time, comes out. Now, you know what's funny is like when she was coming down, I was like, okay, cool. 2 things came to my mind. One, I hope she snuffed Natalia and becomes a heel because that's what she needs. She needs. I think. But the thing is, I've said this so many times in other episodes that Sasha Banks needs to be healed, not a babyface. She cannot be a babyface.
No, she can't.
Because that match she had with Bayley at NXT TakeOver, when she was a heel, Bayley was a babyface. That match was phenomenal. Mm-hmm. She needs to be that heel
and stay heel.
Anyways, that's what I was hoping for. The other one, I was like looking at her hair, and I was like, "Damn, girl, them weaves are off. They were off." I'm like, that does not look right on you, girl. No wonder you took some time off. Anyway, so what happened was she gave Natalia a hug, and then all of a sudden she slaps the shit out of Natalia and starts beating her ass down. Then, of course, what happens? The 2 things I thought. Number 1, for her to come out and snuff Natalia, she did. And number 2, she snatched that wig off her head and revealed that she went back to blue. It was an all-out brawl. All of a sudden, Becky comes out. They start feuding. So Sasha hits Becky with the chair repeatedly.
Yes.
I love this whole segment. It's about damn time for the women. This, I'm really looking forward to. This segment, I gave a 4.
I gave it a 4 as well.
Okay. Now, up next, it was the Viking Raiders versus 2 jobbers. I gave it a 1. I'm not going to get too much into it.
I didn't even give it a point.
Jeez. Up next, it was Alexa and Nikki versus the Kabuki Warriors. This was okay. It wasn't the greatest that I think they could have done.
They could have made it better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there was press for time or what, but it just... I don't know. It was, for me, it was a mid match.
Yeah.
So I gave it a 2.5.
I gave it an actual 2.
And now the main, it was AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins. The winner was Seth by DQ. They beat up on Seth. Then Ricochet comes out. The OC beats him up. Then beat up Seth again. Then Braun Strowman comes out, cleans house, then hands Seth his title. So my rumors from earlier, they're thinking about doing Seth versus Braun at the Clash of the Champions pay-per-view. This whole segment, I gave it a 3. I enjoyed it because it was different. I enjoyed it because even as much as I'm not a big fan of Seth Rollins, I think his mojo is slowly drifting away. But I like the fact that AJ was involved. Something new. Ricochet involved. Something new. The OC, they just reinvented themselves without knowing they reinvented themselves. And then Braun Strowman into the picture now.
Yeah.
I like this segment. I gave it a 3.
The whole segment ended up being a 2.25.
Okay. Yeah, that's what mine was, a 2.55. But it was 3. So
okay.
I gave it a 3. I gave
mine was an actual 2.
It was okay. I think the best thing that happened on Raw was just the fact that Sasha Banks came back and did that heel turn.
Yes,
so
yes.
That is it for Raw.
Now it's time for the
SmackDown
Breakdown.
Are you ready?
Break it down.
Degenerate into something fool. We just got tired of doing what you told us to do. That's a break, boy. Yeah, that's a break, little man. Break it down.
Okay, so this started off with a Kevin Owens promo, stated that he will enter the King of the Ring tournament. Then Shane comes out and fines Kevin Owens $100,000.
Well,
We didn't need Shane there again. Oh my God, I gave this freaking a 5.
I gave it a 0.5.
Yeah.
Hated it because Shane was involved.
Yep.
I was hoping for something different. And we didn't get it.
No.
We got Shane instead.
And then we have Charlotte
Fucker.
Flair versus Ember Moon. Charlotte Flair wins. I gave this a 2. Ember didn't
This
need
was
to
a
lose
good
this
match. This was a good match. I liked this match.
I gave it a 2.
3, but Ember did not need to lose this match.
Nope.
This 2 in a row, man. It's like, come
on. Exactly. What are you
They
doing?
could have ended it in a DQ or something.
Or
Charlotte,
Charlotte, but even if Charlotte, even if Charlotte
Charlotte
cheated,
Flair. Do you know that
Charlotte
Charlotte Flair?
cheated, then you know what I'm saying? It's a different story. All right, Daniel Bryan promo about Roman Reigns incident, calling Buddy Murphy,
Jeez, you're worse than me.
I know, Murphy a liar. Stupid.
Well, it's for me. It's like get to the point already.
Yeah, well,
I just want to know.
Well, the thing is that Daniel
they're
Bryan
like
knows how to
delaying
drag things down to the ground. Okay, now Roman Reigns versus Buddy Murphy. The winner is Roman Reigns. I gave it a 3.5.
I really like this match.
Really?
This match should have been at SummerSlam in my opinion.
You know, I can see it on SummerSlam.
And then all this shit with Rowan, like he did at SummerSlam with Apollo Crews, like Roman could have left and Buddy could have been still at ringside and then have Rowan attacked him.
Yeah.
But either way, I give it a 4.5 stars.
Oh wow!
I really like this
really
match.
high.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe wins due to Elias's fast count. I gave this a 1 because it was stupid.
Yeah, this was a 1 for me. It was like, ugh.
Yep. Daniel Bryan and Rowan confront Buddy Murphy, telling him that everyone lied, and Rowan beat up Buddy Murphy. I
gave this a 1.
I gave it a 0.5 because se acabó. You know, New Day versus the Revival. Randy Orton came out cutting a promo saying why didn't Kofi run away, making it a 6-man tag. The Revival, Orton, RKO.
Randy was pretty much saying that Kofi took the chicken shit way out.
Yeah, he did. He did.
I thought it was, I mean, and like I said before, stop involving Kofi's family. It's enough. It's not making me like him because of that.
It's not making him any tougher either.
And I'm sorry to say this, and I think Rick will turn a leaf too on Randy Orton, but I'm hoping Randy Orton beats the shit out of him. I'm hoping Randy Orton takes this belt away.
You know what? And as much as I hate Randy Orton, I agree with you, Tony.
A lot of us do.
A lot of us do. Randy Orton. But I agree with you.
So,
he's the legend killer. Well, he's not the legend killer, but yeah, he is. All right. Roman goes into the locker room with Daniel.
Well, I gave that whole segment a 2.5.
I gave it a 2.
Yeah, it was the 6-man tag. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I liked about the whole thing was just that Orton RKO'd all of them. So I thought that was badass.
Yeah. This was a corny thing too when Roman goes into the locker room with Daniel Bryan and Roman was. Daniel says that they need to find out that Roman needs to apologize, and he'll find out next week who it is. No, fucking tell him now. This is such corn bullshit.
Yeah.
All right.
They're dragging it out.
Yeah. So. Well, my overall score is a 2.
Yeah, I gave SmackDown a 2. There was a lot of boring moments, but like I said, for me, that Roman Reigns and Buddy Murphy match, off the hook. Charlotte Flair versus Ember, even though I didn't like the outcome, it was still a good match. I gave it a 2. The actual was 2.16.
Wow.
So let's go over to NXT POV.
Mamma mia!
Now, these guys gotta stop with this shit. With the fucking recap. If they didn't see it, then that's their fault.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now, this is probably going to be the fastest NXT that we're going to go over, because there was only 2 matches.
2.
It was Breezango versus the Forgotten Sons. The winner was Breezango. Even though I liked this match and I gave it a 3, that was at the beginning.
Right.
Then there was a video package of Io Shirai. Then another video package of Gargano versus Adam Cole. I'm like,
I like the video package of Io Shirai, though.
Yeah, but it was too much. They showed a whole music video.
I know, but it was still good.
Oh, my God. Anyway, so the final match for the breakout tournament, it was Cameron Grimes versus Jordan Miles. The winner was Jordan Miles. And then he gets to pick a championship match of his desire. Just don't go after NXT, man. That would be a little weird.
Yeah. And he's like he over-actor. For me, he's too a Dolph
much.
Ziggler.
No. He's too much of a baby face. It's like, stop. The smiling, the it's like, dude, tone it. He's too animated is what it is.
Yes.
And he needs to tone that
down.
shit down.
Yeah.
Tone it down, man.
Because Tony Diaz says so.
It is. I know from experience. It's just, and for me, that doesn't cut it, man.
Yeah.
That's just, you got the build, you got the skill.
Yeah, he does.
Just like he can sell pretty good, and I like his selling, but it's just too animated.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, tone it down, man.
Yeah, like
no, it's just like when he's laying down and then he does that smiling shit. It's like, dude, that is so stupid. Why are you doing that? No, it's not a character. That's I don't know. I hate it.
Yeah.
I just did not like it. For me, overall, NXT was a 2. That's what
overall, NXT for me was a 1.5.
Actually, it was a 2 overall, even the actual. So, time for NXT versus SmackDown versus Raw. I got it somewhere. Let me see. It's tied. NXT with 8, Raw with 8, and SmackDown with 2. Mimi, what are you giving it this week?
Well, I am going to go with SmackDown, Raw, and then NXT.
Alrighty then. Now, according to my numbers, I have Raw in the lead with 3 stars, and then SmackDown, and then NXT. But I'm going to oversee that because I enjoyed SmackDown a little bit more than I did Raw because of that Roman Reigns match with Buddy Murphy. Mm-hmm. That was just that was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good. The Ember Moon and Charlotte match, very, very good. We'll give it a SmackDown this week.
So the winner is SmackDown.
Alrighty, with that being said, it is time for the end of the NXT. Oh my God. The Wrestling POV's book. All right, those that are new to the show.
We didn't put anybody booked in 2 weeks in a row.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. All right, so those that are new to the show, basically what we do is we put the most ridiculous things that happen in the week of wrestling. And of course, you, the fans, have every right to put on our Facebook page who you think should be in the book, whether it's ridiculous or not. We put it in there and then we talk about it some more. The guys over at Wrestling POV Global, which airs every Wednesday with TJ Logan, the legend himself, and the gentleman, Elio Canella. I want to give him a different name. I want to give him like Tequila Elio or some shit like that. Whiskey Elio. There we go. They're just tearing it up over there, giving you all the wrestling information that you need from New Japan, from Ring of Honor, from AEW, from NXT UK. They cover that shit over there. So just hit those guys up. Throw out some questions to them over there. They love answering all sorts of questions. And,
And you
do it
can
up.
hear them for free.
Exactly.
YouTube,
Everything is
iTunes.
free. We're giving you all this content for free. So what the fuck are you complaining about?
Word.
All right, anyway, so let's go back to the book. Shane's damn ego. That, you know
Stays.
what? Not only it stays, but it is a lifer. Because that's
It's
what
a lifer.
We did say that that if he appears after SummerSlam, that he's going to be a lifer.
Yes.
So he is a lifer. Matt Riddle's Chunklas.
It stays.
Lafayette, Louisiana crowd until they go back.
Till they go back.
Kofi's mic privileges ×3. He didn't do too bad.
No, he was.
It was all right.
Yeah.
It didn't sound
And he
forced.
didn't go.
No, I mean, well, towards the end it did, but the rest of it was decent. It was all right. So I think what we can do is instead of ×3, we'll go ×2.
×2.
See, he's getting lower now. Kofi's 11 year.
they
That
mention
stays.
it?
I think they did.
Okay.
I think they did. Kofi's armpit teta stays.
Well, that should be a lifer.
It should be, right? New Day. Oh, that's a lifer too. New Day's fucking pancakes.
It's a lifer.
Kofi's crooked middle finger. I think we can take it out. We'll take it out because he hasn't done it in a while. Nicole Cross. It stays. Bailey's badum-ka-dum.
That stays.
That stays for sure. 2 out of 3 falls ain't bad. It stays because they did it again.
Yeah.
Cole Cabana's broke ass stays, and he's still complaining that he doesn't have a big following like he used to. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Well, you fucked around with the wrong dudes.
No, it's not just that.
And nobody wants to
Nobody
listen
likes
to
him. And finally, Natty's stinky promo. Natalia's stinky promo.
I think it was okay.
It wasn't too bad, but I mean,
She has to do
I
another
don't
one.
wanna, no, I don't want to sound like that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy. But I didn't want to hear about her dad's death again. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and she didn't act good. I'm sorry, she just didn't. She didn't act good at all. So I say it stays, and I'm gonna keep it in there. So
All right.
yeah, so there's your book. That is the end of the show. We tried to cram in a lot of information in this hour. It went an hour and 10, but that's all right.
It's okay.
It's all right. It's okay.
all good.
It's all good.
right.
Next week, the return of Rick Serrano the third.
The turdy turd.
And Miguel Cole, he'll return from their trip from Spain. They were gone for 3 weeks. And we're going to cover, just make sure, again, the hot tag news. I really want to know what everybody's thoughts and opinions are on the whole Bray Wyatt entrance with carrying the head. Tell me what you think. Did he go too far? Or was it too scary? Or did you not like it? And if you didn't, I really want to know why. If you liked it, I want to know why you liked it. Yeah, just put it on the Facebook page. We'll talk about it next week. With that being said, before we close the show, I will play a song from my phone of over 1 trillion songs, people.
Oh my God.
Over 1 trillion. All you got to do is beat the Wrestling POV crew. That's all you got to do.
Okay.
And that's just how we ride off into the sunset until next week, where we're going to have a jam-packed show with a full crowd, with the full crew in hand. With that being said, I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with...
Mimi Goody.
That's it, motherfuckers. I don't know what more you want.
Peace out.
I didn't say my line yet. Love, peace, and wrestling. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace out.
All right, here we go. Oh my God. Holy shit, that is just too weird. I'm scared now.
This
I
is
am
the Bray
scared.
Wyatt,
This
right?
is Bray Wyatt. Oh, how'd you like the new entrance? I love the new entrance song. It's a little bit of a mix.
I did too.
Creepy, man.
I know. We don't own the rights to this song, so don't take it out of
No,
our
we don't.
mouths.
It's just really weird that this popped up. He's Yowie Wowie. He's checking on us.